Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to look inside yourself and ask this simple question: what's stopping me from reaching the highest potential in my life? The answer is simple: it's all in the mind. Everything you want to achieve, every dream you want to chase starts right here inside your mind. Believe in yourself and your potential. These words, while simple, hold the key to unlocking a future filled with success and fulfillment. Too often we allow the opinions of others, the fear of failure, or the scars of past experiences to determine how we view ourselves and our capabilities. But if you want to become the person you are meant to be, if you want to rise above mediocrity and step into your greatness, it all starts with a single decision: to believe in yourself. You have to understand that belief is not just a feeling. It's a choice. It's something you cultivate. It's something you nurture, even when the world around you may try to tell you otherwise. There are so many forces out there that would love to rob you of your belief, fear, doubt, insecurity, and the negative voices of those who have given up on their own dreams. They'll tell you that you're not good enough, that your dreams are too big, and that you should settle for what you have right now. But here's the truth: those voices are not your truth. The truth is that you were born with everything you need to accomplish great things. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to believe that you can do it. You are capable. You have untapped potential inside you, just waiting to be unleashed. It doesn't matter what your background is or how many obstacles you faced. Every champion, every successful individual started from somewhere. They didn't start with all the answers, they didn't start with all the resources, but they started with a belief that they could achieve their goals. It doesn't matter if you were born with silver spoons or if you've struggled your entire life. What matters is that you decide right now that you believe in your ability to overcome anything that stands in your way. I want you to think for a moment about your greatest dreams, the things you've thought about when you were alone, the desires that set your heart on fire. Now ask yourself what would happen if you truly believed that those dreams were possible for you. What would happen if you believed that the life you envisioned could be your reality? That's when the magic starts to happen. When you believe in yourself and your potential, you tap into a power that can move mountains. You begin to take actions that align with the person you are becoming, not the person you were. Believing in yourself means seeing the potential in every situation. It means looking at failure not as a setback, but as a lesson that brings you closer to your goal. It means rejecting the lies of fear and doubt and choosing to trust in your abilities, even when things aren't going as planned. Belief in yourself means standing firm when the world seems to be pushing against you, knowing that your path is yours to walk, and that your success is inevitable if you keep going. There's something powerful about believing in your own potential. It gives you the strength to persist when times get tough, and it gives you the courage to take risks when the outcome is uncertain. When you believe in yourself, you stop waiting for others to validate your worth. You know that your value is not determined by external factors, by the approval of others, or by the circumstances of your life. Your value is inherent. You have greatness within you, and the world is waiting for you to show it. You see, it's not enough to simply say, "I believe in myself." You must act on that belief. You must trust that you are capable of doing hard things. You must be willing to step into the unknown, to face challenges, and to push through adversity. When you believe in yourself, you don't back down when things get tough. Instead, you rise to the occasion. You look fear in the face and say, "I will not be stopped." I understand that it's not always easy. We've all faced moments where our belief in ourselves has been shaken. We've all had setbacks, doubts, and moments of insecurity, but that's when your belief is tested. It's when you're knocked down that you must decide whether you will rise again or stay down. And let me tell you this, no matter how many times you fall, your potential is still inside of you. It's still there, waiting for you to rediscover it and start moving forward. So take a deep breath and commit to believing in yourself. Not just today, but every single day. You've got greatness inside you. Your potential is unlimited. You just have to believe that you have what it takes to make your dreams a reality. Don't wait for anyone else to tell you that you can do it. Know in your heart that you can. Believe in yourself, believe in your potential, and take that first step toward the future you deserve. Developing resilience to overcome obstacles is one of the most vital qualities you can cultivate on your journey to success. Life will always present challenges, and the path to your dreams will never be a straight line. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and moments of uncertainty. But it's not the obstacles themselves that define your success, it's how you respond to them. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going when everything inside you tells you to stop. It is the capacity to remain strong and steadfast in the face of difficulty. And it is a trait that separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up. The first thing you must understand about resilience is that it's not something you're born with, it's something you develop. It's not about being invulnerable or immune to pain, it's about how you deal with the pain, how you rise after being knocked down, and how you refuse to let life's challenges define you. Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice. You can either allow that challenge to defeat you, or you can choose to rise above it, learn from it, and continue moving forward. That's where resilience comes into play. It's about making the conscious decision to fight through the tough, to keep pushing even when you feel like giving up, and to trust that your efforts will eventually pay off. When you develop resilience, you begin to see obstacles differently. Instead of viewing them as roadblocks, you start to see them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Think about the times in your life when you've been tested, those moments when you faced adversity and came out the other side. I bet you can look back now and see how those experiences shaped you, how they helped you grow into the person you are today. Resilience is about embracing these moments and recognizing that the tough times are the ones that teach you the most about yourself. But developing resilience requires a shift in mindset. You need to stop seeing setbacks as failures and start seeing them as stepping stones. It's natural to feel discouraged when things don't go your way, but resilience is about not letting that discouragement stop you. It's about refusing to let a single setback define your future. You've got to train your mind to keep going, to keep believing in yourself, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It's about understanding that failure is not permanent, and it's certainly not the end of your story, it's just part of the journey. One of the keys to resilience is maintaining a positive attitude, even in the face of adversity. It's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts when you encounter obstacles, but negativity only drains your energy and makes it harder to keep going. Resilient people understand the power of optimism. They know that while they can't always control the circumstances, they can control how they respond to them. They choose to focus on the possibilities rather than the problems, and they keep their eyes on the long-term vision rather than getting bogged down by short-term challenges. A positive attitude fuels your resilience and gives you the strength to push through even when things seem impossible. Another important aspect of resilience is learning to be patient. Building resilience takes time, and it's something you improve with each challenge you overcome. You can't rush the process, and you can't expect everything to happen overnight. Resilience requires perseverance and the ability to keep going even when progress feels slow. But know this, every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward your goal. Each day that you keep moving forward, even if it's just a little bit, is a day closer to your success. Stay patient, stay focused, and keep trusting the process. Resilience also involves developing a sense of self-belief. When you believe in your ability to overcome obstacles, you empower yourself to handle whatever comes your way. Self-doubt is one of the biggest obstacles to resilience. When you don't believe in yourself, every challenge seems insurmountable. But when you develop that inner confidence, you understand that you have the strength to deal with whatever life throws at you. You begin to trust in your own abilities, and that belief becomes the foundation that holds you steady in times of difficulty. Remember, resilience isn't about avoiding obstacles, it's about learning how to thrive in the face of them. It's about building the mental toughness and emotional strength to weather the storms, to keep going when the odds are stacked against you, and to find the strength within yourself to keep pushing forward. You have the power to develop resilience, It's not something you either have or don't have, it's something you build step by step, challenge by challenge. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you grow stronger, and with every setback, closer to the person you are meant to be. So when life knocks you down, don't stay down. Get up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. The obstacles you face are not there to break you, they are there to make you stronger. Your resilience is what will carry you through the tough times and propel you toward the success you deserve. Keep believing in yourself, keep developing your resilience, and keep moving forward. There's nothing that can stop you. Take the leap and don't wait for perfection. Life is not a waiting game, and if you're holding off on pursuing your dreams because you're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect set of circumstances, you'll be waiting forever. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. There will always be reasons to hesitate, always something that feels like it's not quite ready. But greatness isn't achieved by those who wait. It's achieved by those who dare to act, even when everything isn't perfectly aligned. The right time will never come on its own. You have to decide that now is the time to take action, to step out, and to create your own opportunities. Waiting for perfection is one of the most common ways people hold themselves back. You may tell yourself, I'll start when I have more experience, or I'll go for it when I have more money, more time, or support. These excuses feel valid in the moment, but they're just that, excuses. The truth is, the conditions will never be exactly right. Life is unpredictable, and there will always be obstacles to overcome. But those obstacles are not there to stop you, they're there to teach you, to strengthen you, and to prepare you for the journey ahead. If you wait for perfection, you'll miss out on the opportunities that are right in front of you. Taking the leap doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out. It doesn't mean you won't encounter setbacks or challenges. It means having the courage to take the first step, even when you don't know exactly where it will lead. It means trusting that you'll figure things out along the way, that you'll learn and grow as you go. The beauty of taking action is that it creates momentum. Once you start moving, you begin to see possibilities and opportunities that you couldn't have seen from a standstill. The path may not be clear at first, but each step you take illuminates the next. Think about the people who have achieved great things. Do you think they waited for the perfect moment? Do you think they had every detail planned out before they started? Of course not. They took action despite the uncertainty. They embraced the imperfections and used them as stepping stones to success. They understood that waiting for perfection was a trap, a way to stay in their comfort zones and avoid the discomfort of growth. They made the decision to act, to leap into the unknown, and to create opportunities for themselves rather than waiting for them to appear. Perfection is not what leads to success. Action does. You don't need to have a flawless plan or all the resources in the world to get started. What you need is the willingness to take a chance, to face your fears, and to move forward even when things aren't perfect. The act of starting is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only dream about them. Every successful person has had to start somewhere, and more often than not, they started before they felt ready. They didn't let the fear of imperfection hold them back. They took the leap and figured it out along the way. When you wait for perfection, you're giving away your power. You're letting fear and doubt dictate your actions. But when you decide to take the leap, you reclaim that power. You take control of your life and your destiny. You stop waiting for opportunities to come to you and start creating them for yourself. The moment you take action, you set things in motion. You open doors that would have remained closed if you had stayed still. You give yourself a chance to learn, to grow, and to succeed. It's important to understand that mistakes and failures are part of the process. They're not something to fear, they're something to embrace. Each misstep teaches you something valuable. Each failure brings you one step closer to success. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect before you start, you're denying yourself the chance to learn and grow. You're denying yourself the opportunity to discover what you're truly capable of. The imperfections, the challenges, and the setbacks are what shape you into the person you're meant to become. They're what prepare you for the success that lies ahead. The decision to take the leap is not about being reckless or unprepared. It's about recognizing that you don't need to have all the answers to get started. It's about trusting yourself and believing in your ability to adapt and overcome. It's about understanding that the journey is where the magic happens, not in waiting for the perfect conditions to arrive. So stop waiting. Stop telling yourself that tomorrow will be the right time, or that you'll start when things are just a little bit better. Make the decision to step out now. Take the leap even if it feels uncertain, even if it feels uncomfortable. Your dreams won't wait for you, and the perfect moment will never come. But the moment you take action, you'll realize that you didn't need perfection to begin with. You just needed the courage to start. The opportunities you're looking for are out there, waiting for you to create them. All it takes is one step, one leap of faith to set your dreams in motion. Your dreams can't grow inside your comfort zone. Let that sink in for a moment. So often we think that by staying in the familiar, we are keeping ourselves safe. But what we are actually doing is limiting ourselves. Our dreams are not meant to be confined to the small space where we feel comfortable and secure. They are meant to expand, to soar, to take us to places we've never imagined. And the only way for that to happen is if we are willing to step outside of what's comfortable and take risks. Think about the things you want to achieve. Think about the life you dream of living, the impact you want to have, the person you want to become. All those things are outside of your comfort zone. They require you to stretch beyond what you know, to face fears you've been avoiding, and to make choices that might not always feel safe or easy. But here's the truth: without risk, there is no reward. Without stepping outside of the familiar, you are never going to see the true magnitude of what you are capable of. The comfort zone is a place where you can maintain the status quo. It's where everything is predictable and things don't rock the boat. But your dreams aren't meant to live in a place of predictability. Dreams are meant to challenge us, to push us to go further, to strive for something bigger. And in order to make those dreams a reality, you have to be willing to take risks, to get uncomfortable, and to face uncertainty head on. You cannot expect to achieve something great by playing it safe. We've all heard the saying, nothing ventured, nothing gained. But how often do we think about what that means? It means that if you stay within the confines of what feels safe, you will never experience the growth and success that come with stepping out into the unknown. Your dreams, no matter how big or small, are waiting for you to take action. They are waiting for you to take that leap, to take the risk that will push you toward the future you want. But that will never happen as long as you stay within your comfort zone. It's easy to get stuck in the idea that you need everything to be perfect before you take a step forward. We wait for the perfect moment, for the right opportunity, for the right circumstances. But the truth is, those things may never come. Waiting for the perfect conditions is just another way to stay inside your comfort zone. The real key to success is to act in spite of the uncertainty, to move forward even when you don't have all the answers, and to trust yourself enough to know that you will figure it out along the way. This is the mindset of someone who understands that dreams don't grow in safe spaces. Taking risks doesn't mean throwing caution to the wind without thought. It means making a conscious decision to pursue your dreams, even when there are no guarantees. It means choosing to believe in the possibility of success, even in the face of fear and doubt. It's about knowing that there is value in the journey, not just the destination. Every step you take toward your dream, even if it's a step into the unknown, is a step closer to realizing. But without those steps, without those risks, your dream will remain just that, a dream. The most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by sitting back and playing it safe. They took risks, they failed, they learned, they grew. And with every failure, they came back stronger and more determined. They weren't afraid to step outside the familiar, to try something new, to stretch themselves beyond what they thought they were capable of. They understood that if they wanted their dreams to expand, they had to be willing to take risks and face the discomfort that came with it. You can't grow without stepping outside of your comfort zone. Your dreams are like seeds. They need space to grow, to be nourished, and to be exposed to the elements that will help them thrive. If you keep them in a tiny enclosed space, they'll never have the chance to bloom into their full potential. But when you step outside your comfort zone, you give your dreams room to breathe, to flourish, and to become something bigger than you ever imagined. The world is full of opportunities, but they don't come to those who stay comfortable. They come to those who are willing to step into the unknown, to take risks, and to move forward in the face of uncertainty. If you want your dreams to grow, you have to be willing to embrace the challenges that come with chasing them. You have to be ready to take that first step, even when you don't have all the answers, and trust that everything you need will fall into place along the way. Your dreams are meant for more than just existing in your mind. They are meant to be lived out, to become reality. But that can only happen when you step outside the comfortable, safe space you've created for yourself. Don't hold back any longer. Take that step. Risk it all for the life you dream of, because that's the only way your dreams will ever grow. The world is waiting for you to step into it. Discovering hidden strengths is one of the most profound rewards you can experience on your journey toward personal growth. When you challenge yourself, when you step outside of your comfort zone and face obstacles, you unlock a reservoir of strength and resilience you didn't even know existed within you. These hidden strengths lie dormant within you, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. And that moment often comes when you are forced to push through difficulty, uncertainty, and fear. The truth is, when everything is going smoothly, you don't need to rely on your inner strength as much. Life feels comfortable and predictable. But as soon as you encounter challenges, whether they are personal, professional, or even emotional, you're faced with the choice to retreat into the safety of your comfort zone, or to confront the challenge head on and see what you're truly made of. It's when you choose to move forward in the face of adversity that you begin to tap into hidden parts of yourself. You realize that you are far more capable than you once thought. Think about a time in your life when you faced a difficult situation, something that forced you to stretch beyond your limits. In that moment, did you discover new strengths that you didn't know you had? Did you surprise yourself by handling something with resilience and poise that you didn't think was possible? That's because stepping outside your comfort zone often reveals your untapped potential. The challenges you face don't define you, rather how you respond to those challenges uncovers the true measure of your strength. When you push yourself to do something difficult, whether it's overcoming fear, persevering through failure, or simply continuing despite the odds, you begin to see that your limits are much further out than you ever imagined. Every step you take outside of your comfort zone brings you closer to unlocking new strengths. It's like lifting weights. You can't build muscle by sticking to the same weight every time. To grow stronger, you have to push your muscles to lift heavier loads, to face greater resistance. Similarly, your emotional and mental strength grows when you encounter challenges that push you to adapt and grow. These challenges don't just build your confidence in the moment, they also contribute to a growing sense of self-assurance over time. Each time you step forward and overcome a challenge, you add another layer of belief in your own abilities. You start to trust yourself more because you've seen time and time again that you can handle whatever comes your way. But it's important to remember that discovering hidden strengths isn't always about immediate success or victory. Sometimes it's about how you respond to failure and setbacks. The greatest strength often emerges when you don't get it right the first time, or even the second or third time, but you keep going anyway. Resilience is built in these moments of struggle, where you decide that falling down is just part of the process and not the end. Resilience doesn't mean you won't face pain or disappointment. It means you have the strength to bounce back, to try again, and to learn from your mistakes. The more you encounter and move through these setbacks, the more you strengthen your resilience. Each time you challenge yourself, you're building a foundation of confidence. It's not the kind of confidence that comes from never failing, but the kind that comes from knowing you have the ability to handle whatever life throws at you. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build through action, through stepping outside of your comfort zone, and through seeing your own progress. The more you act in the face of discomfort, the more confidence you build in your ability to succeed, even when success doesn't look the way you imagine. Confidence isn't about having all the answers, it's about trusting that you will find a way to make it through, no matter what. The beauty of stepping outside your comfort zone is that it doesn't just help you grow in one area of your life, it helps you become a stronger, more resilient person overall. The strengths you discover aren't just applicable to the specific challenge you're facing, they permeate every area of your life. When you build resilience in one area, you start to apply that same resilience in other areas, whether in relationships, in your career, or in your personal health. You begin to see that no challenge is too great, no obstacle too large, because you have the inner resources to face them all. So, if you're in a place right now where you're facing a challenge, know that this is your opportunity to discover just how strong you truly are. You have within you the ability to rise to the occasion, to face the discomfort, and to come out stronger on the other side. Every challenge you encounter is an opportunity to tap into new strengths and to build the resilience that will carry you through any difficulty. Don't shy away from these moments, embrace them. Your confidence is waiting for you on the other side of your comfort zone, and with each step forward, you will uncover more of the strength and resilience that have been waiting for you all along. You don't need all the answers. This is one of the most liberating truths when it comes to stepping outside your comfort zone. Far too often we wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect set of circumstances before taking any action toward our dreams. We convince ourselves that we need to know exactly how everything will unfold before we even take the first step. But the reality is you'll never have all the answers, and waiting for that elusive moment of perfect clarity can keep you stuck in the same place forever. Stepping outside your comfort zone doesn't require a perfect plan. It requires faith in yourself and the courage to move forward when the path is unclear. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much you plan, no matter how many precautions you take, there will always be uncertainty. The idea that you can figure everything out ahead of time is an illusion. The key to success isn't about having a flawless blueprint. It's about trusting yourself to navigate the unknown, to take action even when the way forward isn't clear, and to have faith that you'll figure things out along the way. You may not know exactly where you're headed, but you do know that standing still won't get you anywhere. And so the first step is always the hardest, but also the most crucial. When you step outside your comfort zone, you're stepping into new territory. There's no map, no step-by-step guide, and no guarantee that things will go as planned. But that's where the magic happens. The real growth occurs when you're willing to act despite the uncertainty, when you're willing to move forward, even though you can't see the entire path laid out before you. It's in those moments of uncertainty that you learn to trust yourself, to build confidence, and to develop the resilience that you need to continue forward. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that success is about having everything figured out from the start. We see people who appear to have it all together and assume that they know exactly what they're doing. But the truth is, those people didn't wait for all the answers before taking action. They took the first step, even though they didn't have a clear view of the road ahead. They took that leap of faith and trusted that the next step would reveal itself when the time was right. They understood that progress is made through action, not through endless planning or overthinking. You don't need to know everything, you just need to be willing to take that first step. You might be asking yourself, what if I fail? Or what if I make a mistake? The truth is, failure is part of the process. It's not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Failure doesn't mean the end, it's just another opportunity to learn and adjust. Each misstep, each mistake teaches you something valuable that you couldn't learn from staying in your comfort zone. In fact, the only way to truly fail is by never taking that first step, by letting fear and uncertainty keep you paralyzed in the safety of what you know. So rather than waiting for the perfect plan, start moving, even if you don't have all the answers. The answers will come through experience, through action, and through the lessons you learn as you go. Taking that first step doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out in advance. It means having enough faith in yourself to know that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Trust that you have the strength, the resourcefulness, and the flexibility to adapt and find solutions as you go. The more you act, the clearer the path becomes. The more you step out of your comfort zone, the more confident you become in your ability to navigate the unknown. Every step you take, no matter how small, builds momentum. And with that momentum, the path ahead becomes less intimidating. Another important aspect of stepping outside your comfort zone is letting go of the need for perfection. We often hold ourselves back because we're afraid that if we don't do something perfectly, we'll fail. But perfection is an illusion. Perfection doesn't exist in the real world. It's just an ideal we create in our minds. The truth is, taking imperfect action is far better than taking no action at all. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to keep moving forward, even if it's messy, even if it's not what you envision. Progress is made through experimentation, through trial and error, and through learning by doing. When you allow yourself to take imperfect action, you give yourself permission to grow, to learn, and to adapt along the way. So if you're waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan to show up before you take that first step outside your comfort zone, I'm here to tell you it will never happen. There will never be a perfect moment. The perfect plan doesn't exist, but what does exist is the opportunity to act right now with what you have and to trust that you'll find your way as you go. Trust in your ability to figure it out, to adapt, and to keep moving forward even when the path isn't clear. You don't need all the answers, just the courage to take that first step. And once you do, you'll find that the answers will begin to unfold along the way. Fear is a powerful emotion, often seen as something to avoid, something that signals danger or discomfort. But what if I told you that fear is not something to run away from? What if instead, fear is a sign of progress? Fear is not a signal to retreat. It's a signal that you're about to break through to something bigger, something greater than you ever imagined. Instead of avoiding fear, it's time to embrace it as part of your journey toward success. Think about the times in your life when you felt fear. Maybe it was when you were taking a new opportunity, trying something you had never done before, or stepping into a new chapter of your life. Fear crept in, didn't it? And in that moment, it probably felt like a barrier, something that was trying to stop you from moving forward. But here's the truth. Every time you feel that fear, it's because you're stretching yourself beyond what is familiar. You're on the brink of growth, and growth always comes with discomfort. The larger the fear, the bigger the breakthrough you're about to experience. Fear is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you are evolving. Fear is natural. It's human. It's part of the process of becoming who you are meant to be. When you challenge yourself, when you push past the limits of your comfort zone, fear will always be present. It's the mind's way of protecting you, trying to keep you safe in what's known. But in the process of pursuing your dreams and goals, the known will never get you to where you want to go. You have to step into the unknown, and in that space of uncertainty, fear will be there, but so will the possibility of incredible growth. Think about any major achievement in your life, whether it was a career milestone, a personal victory, or a life-changing decision. I can almost guarantee that fear was part of the equation. Fear is often the precursor to success. It means you're stepping into a new territory, into a place where you haven't been before. This is where breakthroughs happen. The things that truly transform your life are the things that challenge you, that make you feel vulnerable and uncertain. If you're not feeling some level of fear, it could mean you're not pushing yourself far enough. When fear shows up, it's easy to interpret it as a sign that you should turn back, that you should retreat to the safety of what you know. But that's the wrong interpretation. Fear is not there to stop you. It's there to push you forward. It's a signal that you're about to expand, that you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Think about a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. It has to go through a stage of intense struggle within the cocoon before it can emerge into its new form. Fear it experiences is a part of that transformation. Similarly, you cannot transform into the person you are meant to be without experiencing some form of fear. It is an inevitable part of the growth process. Fear is a message. It's not a wall, it's a doorway. When you feel fear, ask yourself, what is this fear telling me? What am I about to break through? What am I about to accomplish? When you start to see fear not as an obstacle, but as a sign that you're on the edge of something incredible, you begin to change your relationship with it. You stop viewing fear as an enemy and start seeing it as a companion on your journey. Fear is guiding you, reminding you that you're growing and evolving. It's a part of your story, a part of your success. Embracing fear is not about eliminating it. It's about accepting it and moving forward in spite of it. It's about understanding that fear is not something to be avoided. It's something to be worked through. Every time you feel fear, take it as a sign that you're making progress, that you're stepping into your greatness. The more you embrace fear, the less power it holds over you. The more you embrace fear, the less power it holds over you. You begin to see that fear doesn't control you. You control how you respond to it. And when you choose to move through it, you come out on the other side stronger, more confident, and closer to achieving your goals. The truth is, fear will always be present in some form as you move through life. But if you want to accomplish something big, something meaningful, you must learn to use fear as fuel. Fear doesn't have to paralyze you. It can propel you forward. It's a sign that you're on the verge of growth, that you're about to reach a new level of success, that you're about to achieve something extraordinary. So instead of running from fear, lean into it. Embrace it as a sign of progress, and understand that with every step forward, you are getting closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Fear is not your enemy. It's a companion that walks with you on your journey to success. And every time you face it head on, you become that much stronger, that much more capable, and that much closer to the person you are destined to be. Your greatest life awaits outside the comfort zone. We all have dreams, ambitions, and aspirations deep within us. But so often we remain tethered to the safety of what is familiar. We stay within our comfort zones because it feels secure, it feels manageable, and it's where we feel in control. But the reality is, living within that zone doesn't allow us to fully experience the life we were meant to live. The truth is, to live a truly extraordinary life, one that's full of purpose, fulfillment, and greatness, you have to step outside of that comfort zone. Only when you venture into the unknown can you begin to unlock the greatness within you. Think about the potential that lies within you. You have dreams to chase, a purpose to fulfill, and a legacy to create. But if you remain in the comfortable confines of what you already know, your dreams will stay just that, dreams. The life you desire cannot be found in the same place you've always been. If you want to live a life that's rich with meaning, a life that exceeds your expectations, you have to be willing to take risks. You have to step outside of your comfort zone and embrace the challenges that come with growth. Living inside the comfort zone is easy, but it's also limiting. In that safe space, you aren't challenged to become the best version of yourself. You aren't forced to confront the obstacles and fears that will ultimately help you grow. It's comfortable, but it's also stagnant. Your dreams, your potential, and your greatness are all waiting for you outside of that zone. And the only way to tap into them is by taking the leap into the unknown. You may not know exactly what the future holds, but that's where the magic happens. When you take that leap of faith, you open yourself up to new opportunities, new experiences, and new ways of thinking. You become someone who isn't afraid to embrace the unknown, to venture beyond what feels familiar, and to create a life that's truly extraordinary. The process of stepping outside your comfort zones is not always easy. It's full of uncertainty, fear, and doubt, but this is exactly why it's worth it. Growth doesn't happen in a place of security. It happens when you challenge yourself to become more, to stretch beyond your limits, and to go after what you truly want. Each time you step outside your comfort zone, you uncover new strengths within yourself. You prove to yourself that you are capable of far more than you thought possible. The more you step into the unknown, the more confidence you build in your ability to succeed, no matter what challenges come your way. You are not put on this earth to live a small, safe life. You were born with the potential to do great things, to chase big dreams, and to create a legacy that will outlast you. But this potential can only be realized when you step outside your comfort zone. The life you've always dreamed of is waiting for you, but it's waiting just outside that zone of safety. To reach it, you have to be willing to take risks, to fail, to fall down, and to get back up again. Every challenge, every setback, and every moment of discomfort is a step towards realizing your fullest potential. Think of some of the greatest people in history, the ones who made a lasting impact on the world. Do you think they achieved greatness by staying in their comfort zones? Of course not. They had to take risks, to face fears, and to step into unknown territory. They embraced the uncertainty because they knew that greatness lies beyond the familiar. It's not always about having the perfect plan or knowing every step ahead of time. It's about having the courage to move forward, even when the way isn't clear. It's about trusting yourself, trusting that you have the strength and resilience to overcome whatever challenges come your way. You have the ability to create a life that surpasses your wildest dreams, but you will never realize that potential if you stay within your comfort zone. Your greatest life, the one full of purpose, success, and fulfillment, is waiting for you on the other side of fear and uncertainty. Your dreams can't grow in the safety of the status quo. You have to take risks, make bold decisions, and be willing to fail in order to succeed. But as you take those steps, you'll begin to uncover strengths, talents, and capabilities you never knew you had. Each time you face a challenge and push through it, you get closer to the life you're meant to live. It's time to stop letting fear and comfort hold you back. The life you've always wanted, the life that will bring you true happiness and fulfillment, is on the other side of your comfort zone. It's time to embrace the discomfort, the uncertainty, and the challenges that come with growth. It's time to step into the unknown and unlock the greatness within you. Don't settle for a life that's safe and predictable. Step out, take risks, and begin to chase the dreams that are waiting for you. Your greatest life awaits, and it's waiting just outside your comfort zone. The only thing standing between you and that life is the courage to take the first step.